Hello my dear friends, it's Yuri Tvetkov, and for those of you who are visiting my page oftenly, my golf channel, I just need to say that I have made a new little bit change the my golf channel on the first page, and this connection I just want to take 2 minutes to just some seconds to talk about it. But the main subject of this video is the excellent golf round which was shown yesterday in the first day of the Valero Texas Open by Camilo Villegas. And we know that Camilo is excellent golfer, and his best performance were maybe little bit more than 10 years ago, and he was the excellent young star in the golf in the 2007-8, and his winning were coming from those times. But yesterday he was amazingly excellent, mostly in the short game, mostly around the green and on the green. And we can see that the first impression is that it was impossible to play -8 in the round when the driving accuracy was 57%, what is not so highly important maybe, but the greens and regulations were just 50%, and that is incredibly perfect to play -8 for the greens and regulations 50%. Because sometimes when you have the greens and regulation 50%, you couldn't play even +3, +4, finish the round. But he have made amazingly perfect results. Before we will start to take a look for what form will come in his results, I think that it's reasonable to take a look for his golf swing, and his golf swing is amazing because you see that he have very wide takeaway, and we see that the golf club, the head of golf club is going just from this position, it's become going upward, and it's a seriously upward golf swing. We see that the shaft is looking for almost 90% upward, and after that, in the end of the backswing, it's an excellent transition and excellent movement of the hips. You see that in the position when his left arm is not parallel to the ground, it's far from parallel to the ground, his hips are exactly in neutral position, and we have seen that you see that his shoulders, he is very flexible, and you see that in this position his shoulders are certainly rotating seriously, but his hips are not rotating so seriously. So in this connection, his hips are not taking part in the backswing, they are mostly taking part just in the downswing. So again, excellent transition, and thanks to this transition he have a very good shallowing, because his shaft is coming to this position when his left arm is parallel to the ground. We have seen that it was 90 upward, and currently it's approximately 45 degrees only upward. And amazingly good luck, and his hips here are almost opened, and when the shaft parallel to the ground in this position, his hips are seriously open to the pin, and amazing impact, because his hips are almost opened and the perpendicular to his line of the driver. So amazingly excellent golf swing with the very, that excellent flexibility, but it's the tension, a good tension, and amazingly perfect forward swing, extension. So now we can take a look where from his results were coming yesterday. So we can see that on par 3 holes he have made 11 strokes, 11 shots, -1. On the par 4 holes 36 strokes and -4. On the par 5 holes 17 strokes and -3. The total 64 and -8. And inside 100 yards, he have made just 50% of total number of shots yesterday, and it's 32. I'm talking very seriously about the inside 100 yards game because you know that David Peltz have told us that it's highly important criterion of the quality of the golfer's game, and usually we have the figures of the approximately 52-55% inside 100 yards. That 50 is excellent figure. His driving distance is very good, 309 yards. So driving accuracy is just 57%. Greens and regulation 50%. Stroke gains from putting incredible 4.75. His scrambling is perfect. 5 from 6 holes where he was not on the green by regular stroke, he have finished in the par. He have safety par on them, and on 3 of those holes where he was not on the green by regular stroke, he have made a chip-ins, and 3 chip-in in one round is perfect result. It's not so oftenly happening. And in this connection, thanks to saving of the pars, he have made 0 pars on the holes where he had the chip-ins. The putting is only 19 putts. It's excellent, amazingly good results, and it's understandable where from his excellent performance were coming. But I'm also interested to analyze, and it's in my opinion it's highly important for the understanding of your game better through the understanding of the performance of the serious professional golfers in their best rounds. It's a shots analyzer. So how is it working? For those of you who have watched my previous videos about these subjects, it's well understandable, but I will just spend 1 minute to describe it for the new viewers. So for me, the par is not so highly important measurement of the performance. Much more important from what distances were made, were made in different number of shots. For example, on the first hole, which is par 4, he have made four strokes. In this connection, we are putting these numbers in the cell with 4 shots. So the first one from distance 466, excuse me, 3 shots on this hole were made from distance 165, 2 shots were made from the distance 6.3 yards, and 1 shot, the shot in the hole, were made from the distance 1.4. And what we also analyzing from this performance, first of all, the approach proximity. So his approach proximity, I'm including in this in the approach proximity results of the first stroke on the par 3 holes, of the second stroke shot on the par 4 holes, and of the third one on the par 5. So we are putting all those figures and analyzing the average result for all 18 holes. And the first putt proximity. So he was by the second stroke on the hole by regular stroke, a regular shot, and first putt proximity was 1.4. This way I'm analyzing his performance on all holes, on all 18 holes. I will stay here just for some minutes for your better, that maybe some of you will be interested to, to analyze it. So you can do it, and I will explain my understanding of importance of these figures. First of all, the average distance for 1 shot on all 18 holes were 4.2. For 2 shots, the average distance was 57 yards. For 3 shots, average distance was 247 yards. For 4 shots, 439 yards average, and for 5 shots, 530 yards. He have not played holes in more than 5 shots in this round. So his approach proximity were 10.4, and his first putt proximity were 0.1 yards. So it's amazingly perfect. I have analyzed more than 30 best rounds, but it's the first time when I have such an average figure, and it's the first time when his proximity of his first putt was were not 0, just on the 4 holes. So on all 14 holes, he have made chipping or had just 1 putt. It's amazing results. It's incredible, and I think that it will be highly difficultly repeatable. So additionally, it's also here some information about the from which distances were made different number of shots from the different different number of holes were played with different number of shots. For example, for 1 shot, 16 holes were played from the distance less than 10 yards, and the 10 yards, and 2 other were played from the distance from 10 to 50 yards. And this way, the same way, we have distributions for the 2 shots, for 3 shots, for 4 shots, and for 5 shots. So this is the more complicated analysis, which is talking us about the mere sources of the excellent performance of the golfers in their best rounds. And certainly this statistics is highly different from his average results in the long term. And in my opinion, it's very important to understand those measurements, mostly because you see that during the last times we have a situation when the golfers who have shown an excellent performance in some of rounds, which -8 and better, they are usually have good positions in the for the 4 days results. Usually they are finishing inside 1, maybe till the 5th position. It will be interesting to see how the and quite oftenly such excellent rounds are reason to for winning. For example, the Matt Jones 2 weeks ago was a winner on one of the competitions, and he had one of rounds which were played -9, and his total results was approximately -13, -12. And this connection influence of the best rounds is highly important for the total performance of the golfers for all 4 days. Thank you very much for your attention. I hope that you will find reasonable to visit my channel time to time, and maybe you will have some ideas which will be jointly useful for us. And I think that such an analysis is highly important, because when we are starting to think in the percentages and in the probabilities terms, we are understanding that our main task is to play little bit better than our average performance. And to make this performance better and better, we need to distribute in order to analyze our game from all 4 components of the game: the tee shots, the approach into the greens and proximity of approach into the greens, the game around the green for scrambling and for making birdies on the par 5 holes, and the putting certainly. So I hope that this information will be useful for you to make your game better and better, and I hope that some of you will talk about on your results in the comments to some of my videos. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Have a good golf. I love the golf. See you on my channel. Bye.